up, man?
What's up, baby? Suits and watches, walnut leather. Let's go shopping with Floyd Mayweather. I'm about to go in the Gucci.
Ooh, well, that could be a problem.
We got Floyd basically buying the entire Gucci store in Beverly Hills.
But before he goes in, our guy says to Floyd, he says,
You still supporting after the whole controversy?
What controversy?
ah, good, yes. Well, Gucci was selling that offensive blackface what have you, so a lot of celebrities, including T.I., Spike Lee, and Soulja Boy, said Arriva Ducci to Gucci.
And my thing is this: I like to live life and do what I like to do. I'm not no follower. Everybody say wear this or don't wear this. I'm wearing what I want to wear.
Who's gonna be mad at me? T.I.? All those guys?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Floyd Mayweather hates T.I. And I think that when he found out that T.I. is a part of the boycott,
He spent a damn fortune at Gucci, then spent another damn fortune at Neiman Marcus, and bought a Snapple.
I got a little peach tea.
Peach tea. Sure.
Will that be cash or okay, cash.
I will say that it is refreshing to see someone who just doesn't care about any of the things that we're told to care about.
We all know racism still exists, but that's not going to stop my drive. Everybody gonna boycott. I say, guess what? Well, this boy gonna get on a yacht and live life.
Now, I'm with the boycott. I'm with all boycotts.
But how long are you for the boycott?
No Gucci for life. I mean,
Well, we pick our own battles. Thanks, Floyd. How's the personal life?
Are we ever going to see you settle down? Marriage? Anything like that?
You a comedian. I'm out.
Okay, so y'all just heard that display of where to begin with this. Besides the fact that Floyd Mayweather, and I'm going to have to be a little bit petty here, besides the fact that Floyd Mayweather just learned how to read like 10 years ago and the guy's like 42, I take what he does and what he says with a grain of salt. He may be a good boxer and whatnot. He may be a fairly decent businessman, but the guy, to me as a person, just based on this, and not just this but other things, horrible to me. Now, I don't know him personally. I can only go based off of what I see. But if you look at his and listen to his demeanor in this video right here, it shows you a lot of who he is. I will admit he's living up to his name, Floyd Money Mayweather. He definitely lives up to the name for sure. But let's scale back a little bit. A couple years ago when he was fighting Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, do you remember what happened on social media after you won that fight? Them Filipinos were calling you everything but a child of God. If you could go on there and just type in Floyd Mayweather and the word nigger next to his name, you found a whole bunch of Filipinos was calling him that name. Fast forward a couple years later when he was fighting Conor McGregor, you had all these so-called all-American patriots talking about, oh, I'm going to go for Conor McGregor, even though he's an Irishman. He's from Ireland. And these people were from America, where you're from, and should have been rooting for you. But they didn't. They were going for the white guy because they don't like you either. See, Floyd Mayweather falls into that same category as, what's his name that I just talked about? Kodak Black. Want to kiss the ass of the establishment so much that they begin to lose themselves. Notice in the video he says, I'm all about, I know racism still exists. I know about this, he said, but I'm not going to be a follower. He said, if I want to do this and do that, I'm going to do this and do that. And I forgot him and T.I. do really not like each other, because I think it was something that happened between his wife, T.I.'s wife, and Floyd Mayweather. I think something happened. I'm not sure, but I think she may have slept with him or something to that effect. And I think that almost ended their marriage, but we're not here to talk about that. It doesn't surprise me in the least bit that Floyd Mayweather is doing this, but a lot of it to me just screams attention whoring. A lot of the stuff he does is for vanity purposes, and y'all can't say that it isn't. He's a very flashy individual. Nothing about Floyd Mayweather is low key. He always has a team around him when he's not in the ring. he always is, he's just a flashy individual. There's nothing about him that's low key whatsoever. I don't think he knows the definition of, I can't think of the word. I want to say it's discernment, but that might be incorrect. But y'all know what I'm talking about. All I'm gonna say is this: Floyd Mayweather is going to get his wake up call, and when he does stuff like this is what actually opens up the media to attack him on his monetary gains. If y'all know what I'm talking about, a couple months ago, he did a fight overseas in Japan, I believe it was. They focused more so on how much he was going to make from the fight rather than the fight itself. And I swear he's like the only boxer they do that with. But he doesn't care. I would actually be very concerned. Why are they all up in my pockets? Why are they pocket watching me? Because guess what? I would not be surprised if a headline came out asking him how much money he spent in the Gucci store. And they said then he not only went there, he went to the Neiman Marcus, and then he went and got a Snapple from the little food cart. And he walked out with a lot of Gucci bags. Like he had, well, from what I saw in the video, it looked like he walked out with about 6, maybe 10 bags worth of Gucci products. And had another separate bag just for his cash, because you know Floyd Mayweather strikes me as the type that doesn't carry a card. He always walks around with a cash and is always in a separate bag. And he always has a crew around him. I'm telling you like this, Floyd Mayweather better have his investments locked tight, because if he loses it all, he's going to lose his entire crew. He's going to lose everything. He's riding that wave now. And he's living this so-called carefree life. And when he does stuff like this, it makes people not want to care for it if anything racist stuff happens to him. So the next time Floyd Mayweather fights, and he fights a non-black opponent, and I get on social media, and people who are from the origins or from the place where that his opponent is from, and they're calling him a nigger and all that stuff, I'm not going to come to bat for him. I'm going to let it happen. Since, you know, we know racism happens, but you know what? I'm still going to go buy this Gucci. That's why we are divided as a community now, because of people like him and Kodak Black and plenty of others who love to see themselves go against their own just so they could try to prove a point and try to make it seem like we're the bad guys. Like, that's basically what it's saying here. They're trying to make it seem like we are the crazy ones for standing firmly on our square for a lot of things. I'll tell you this, people like Floyd Mayweather and Kodak Black and plenty of others would never be a Colin Kaepernick. And what's so sad about it is Colin Kaepernick has a white parent and a black parent. His white mother ain't shit, and he was raised with a white family in a predominantly white neighborhood, and is blacker than both of these two idiots combined. Yeah, I said it. I'm going to end the video on that note. I will talk to you in the next one.